Good Morning Britain star Alex Beresford, 40, took to Twitter today to weigh in on the petrol pump drama. The weather presenter blasted Transport Secretary Grant Shapps for not acting on the matter more quickly. Alex posted an online article on Twitter which reported the Transport Secretary as having said that there are tentative signs of the pressure starting to lift at petrol stations. It comes amid news of fights and queues at petrol stations because of the fuel shortage. One report even appeared to show a knife being pulled out during a confrontation. The original tweet from LBC read, "Transport Secretary Grant Shapps has said there are tentative signs that pressure on filling stations could be starting to lift, but that it will not be immediately reflected in the queues." "Grant, we don't need tentative signs," Alex blasted, when sharing the post with his 248,800 followers. "Just get it sorted like yesterday. Imagine returning home to your family to tell them you nearly got stabbed waiting for petrol. Why is this man even carrying a knife?" the frustrated TV star went on to add. Earlier in the day, the politician had said that people needed to stop panic buying fuel and return to their normal habits. "A lot of petrol is now being transferred into people's cars, and there are now the first very tentative signs of stabilization in the forecourt storage which won't be reflected in the queues as yet, but it's the first time we've seen more petrol in the petrol stations itself," he said during an appearance on Sky News. "The sooner we can all return to our normal buying habits, the sooner the situation will return to normal. We all need to play our part," the minister added. "It saddens me Jeremy Clarkson fears he only has 15 years left," Inside Claire Balding taken aback as Emma Raducanu exposes US Open scar. Update: I don't want it. Stacey Solomon addresses concern over husband Joe. Insight: last week, oil company BP had to temporarily close some of its petrol stations because a lack of lorry drivers meant it was facing a reduced amount of fuel being delivered. Subsequently, long queues began to appear at stations that were open as people began to worry that supplies were about to run out. It has been reported that there is a shortage of more than 100,000 HGV drivers in the UK. Additional safety qualifications are required for fuel tanker drivers, meaning the industry is the latest to be hit by the shortage. Earlier in the day, Alex told his followers that he was in need of fuel and would be joining the queues. "So annoying that I'm going to become one of those people in the petrol queue today, but needs must. #chain reaction," he tweeted. "Me too. I'm down to 30 miles left in my tank. Not sure I can hold out much longer," Twitter user Chris Cycles Home wrote in the comments section of his post. Others shared their own experiences with the GMB star. "In the queue for an 1 hour 30 minutes at the Shell station, to be told there was no diesel. Ended up in another queue for 2 hours 30 minutes, but managed to fill my tank up," sick, user Antmanch said. Another user headed out at 3 a.m. to find some petrol and had to visit 7 different petrol stations before joining a queue for fuel.